Hi.
Hello, I'm Barbara from Barbara's Elegant Touch, and this is Chef Russ. Today we're going to make crab cake appetizers, and this version of the recipe is a healthier version because it's baked and not fried. Russ?
Well, like Barb said, it's a little healthier, so rather than frying them in the pan like traditionally, we're going to kind of reverse do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the topping. I'm going to take 2 pieces of good quality white bread, just kind of tear them up into, 1 or 2 inch pieces, put them in your food processor. Then I'm going to pulse it until they're semi-finely browned. So it's pretty quick. Then I'm going to put them into the bowl, and then we're going to season it, pour a little oil on there, and then they're going to be ready to go into the oven. So Barb, if you want to give me a hand here.
Sure, I'd love to, Russ.
We're going to sprinkle over the breadcrumbs about 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, just regular table salt's fine, and about 1.5 tablespoons of just regular vegetable oil. Olive oil is okay too. And you're going to toss that around, mix it, coat it with the oil.
Okay.
Distribute the oil evenly in all the seasonings. Okay. Then
Now what should I do, Russ?
Now dump it onto the pan. We've got a baking sheet with foil on there. And then we are going to just spread it around. Use your fingers, whatever.
What is this for, Russ? Why are we baking this, and what are we going to use it for?
Well, it would take such a high temperature to make the crab cakes crispy that we're going to crisp the coating first, and that way we don't have to worry about frying it to get it crispy.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to just take this pan. I have a preheated oven, 300 degrees. We're going to put this in. Should take about 15-20 minutes. Keep an eye on it. You could stir it around a little bit halfway through, and when they're ready, you pull them out and you're ready for the next part. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. The breadcrumbs are nice golden brown. They've cooled a little bit, and they're ready for the next part of the recipe.
Wow, Russ, this smells like fresh baked bread.
It does. So Barb, if you could pick up the foil and just pour the breadcrumbs into the pan that we're going to use for later. Okay, so we're just going to put these on the side, and these are what we're going to coat the crab cakes in, and I'm going to show you how to make the crab cake filling next. Alright, now we are going to make the crab cake patties themselves. So I've got here it's a pound of crab meat that I've broken up into some of the bigger pieces broken up, and then we're going to incorporate the ingredients.
Russ, what kind of crab are we using for this recipe?
Well, because we don't have the benefit of living on the coasts where you can get fresh crab, canned pasteurized crab is totally fine. Most supermarkets carry it. It's very easy to find, and it works very well. So, Barb, if you can help me, we're going to start incorporating the ingredients. First, we're going to add 1 egg that's been beaten. And then we got 1.5 teaspoons of some Old Bay seasoning we're going to sprinkle in there. Now I've minced up the tops of just the green parts of about 4 green onions. Okay. Now, depending how hot you like it, you know your tastes. This is just a pinch of cayenne. You could eliminate it totally if you don't like it that spicy. We've got about 6 tablespoons of mayonnaise.
Can you use the fat-free version of mayonnaise, or does it have to be the
No,
regular
if you
type?
want to save a little extra on calories, you can certainly do that too. It
Okay.
won't hurt anything.
Right.
And I've got crushed up saltine crackers. There's about 8 in there. And now you're just going to mix that all up and get everything mixed together very well.
About how long do you think this whole recipe takes to make, Russ?
From start to finish, you could do it in 30 minutes or less.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'm going to have you stop right there for a second, Barb. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm going to put about maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. The crab is naturally salty, so you don't need that much. And I'm just going to hit it with a little pepper. Even though there's cayenne in there, black pepper does have its own unique flavor. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, our crab cake filling is all thoroughly mixed and it's all ready to start shaping into our appetizers.
Russ, how do you know how to make it the right consistency?
Well, I usually, if it was too wet, it would either start running through your fingers, or if it was too dry, it might start just crumbling and not holding together. So when it's to the consistency of, I can take it with one hand and kind of roll it. I could even roll it around to get it going. It should just stay in a ball.
What happens if you make it too dry? How can you fix the recipe?
Well, if it was too dry, you added maybe too many saltines, you could throw in just a little bit of water, just throw in a tablespoon at a time and remix it until it comes together.
Okay.
If it was too wet, maybe, throw in a little more saltines, that'll be okay. So I'm going to show you how I make some of the balls. I'll just show you one. I have a baking sheet lined with wax paper, because after I form all of these, they're going to go in the fridge for 30 minutes or so just to firm up, and then they'll be ready to coat with our breadcrumb seasoning that we made earlier. You can make these as large as you want, but these are appetizers, so I go about walnut size. And that's about how they should look. So you're going to continue with the rest of your crab filling. Just line them up on the baking sheet, put them in the fridge, and then you'll be all ready for your next part. Okay, we have the crab cakes. They've chilled in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. They've firmed up, and we're about to coat them in the breadcrumbs that we toasted earlier. And after we roll them in the breadcrumbs, we're going to put them on this wire rack here.
Russ, why do you put it on the wire rack?
We're going to put them on the wire rack so that it gets better air circulation, so that they cook more quickly and more evenly. If I put them right on the baking sheet, the metal from the sheet could get too hot and burn the bottoms before they're done. So this ensures that they are cooked right.
So how long do you cook the crab cakes?
These are going to take about 15 minutes in a preheated 500-degree Fahrenheit oven. So you just take your crab cake and you use whatever technique you want. Toss them, roll them, drop them, it's okay. You can leave them round if you like, that's okay. Sometimes I like to just give them a little flat spot on the top, that way when you put your sauce on top, it doesn't just run all over, it has a little place to sit there. So again, just whatever is comfortable for you. Drop them. I try to invent different ways to do it. Bounce them. They're not going to fall apart. Spin them around, pat them down. And basically that's what you're going to do. So you're going to continue with all the rest of the crab cakes. The recipe made about 2 dozen, and once you've got them all on the rack, you're going to pop them into the oven, and 15 minutes we're going to see what happens. Alright, the crab cakes are in the oven, so that's going to take about 20 minutes. So while we're waiting, we're going to make a quick tomato remoulade as an accompaniment to the crab cakes. Real simple ingredients, just involves mixing. So Barb, if you give me a hand with this. Okay, in about a medium-sized bowl, we're going to put 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise. We've got about a tablespoon of chives, minced. I've got 1 Roma tomato seeded in small dice. Got about a teaspoon of crushed garlic. Well, maybe a teaspoon or 2 of lemon juice. And about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Why don't you just give it a splash of hot sauce, depending how hot you like it.
Is that good?
Wow. Hope you like it spicy. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt, 1/4 teaspoon, always fresh ground pepper. And Barb, if you could whisk that together. Whoa, I've never seen you use a whisk before. I might need safety glasses.
Very funny, Russ.
Okay, so that's it for the sauce. Now you could put that in the refrigerator just to sit for a little while, let the flavors meld until your crab cakes are done, and we'll bring it all out together and show you how you can enjoy this. Okay, the crab cakes are done, the sauce is ready, and we're ready to feed our guests. I've already plated this up on a nice tray that Barb provided, and let's see how they taste.
Sounds good to me, Russ. Let's try them. So good, flavorful,
Is that crisp?
crispy, without any greasy taste.
Oh,
Delicious.
nice sauce, Barb.
Russ and I hope that you enjoy this recipe. Don't forget that Barbara's Elegant Touch provides servers, bartenders, chefs, and catering. Until the next time.